Hi buddy, welcome back to Mage Renaissance, episode 42 with me, Sid, and eat me free candy, and yeah, you can tell we're getting very close to Christmas when I'm recording this, but last episode we did this, we embarked on blood magic. We have a tier 3 altar. Since I've gone in and done a little bit, I put some steps, I've done steps, that's what I've done, steps in there. What else? Not a lot. I did harvest the chorus plant over there. That one's not doing very well. Just because I don't think I've ever bothered with them before. Oh yeah, I moved my bed out of here. Can't sleep here anymore. Now we have to go to our bedroom, which is up here. And it's currently very sparse, just the bed. Extra tall doors from the Chinese workshop. Chinese workshop doors, Chinese workshop extra tall doors. Little storeroom. I don't know what I'm doing with half of this stuff yet, but... And yeah, that's more or less what we've done since then. However, we need to move forwards with blood magic. And to do that, we need... Well, let me have a look. The item we are actually looking for is a teleposer. Teleposition focus and a teleposer base. Teleposer base uses teleposition focus from gold and some ender pearls. Teleposer uses a tier 4 altar and 2,000 life points for an ender pearl. Not too worried about that one. This one is the one we want. Why do I want it? It will become clear. Well, it's probably clear anyway. I've done it so many times before. But yeah, tier 4 altar. So tier 4 altar requires us, this is tier 3, tier 4 requires us to put a whole load of more runes in and some blood stuff. So if I go and have a look at blood, we'll see we've got large bloodstone tile. That requires me to use a weak blood shard. Weak blood shards are got by kicking monsters in using a... Let me get the old thingy going. We need to use the... I need to find it. It's on here somewhere. It's there. The bound blade. Which is basically made in an alchemy array with a diamond sword and binding reagent. And we make that using that. Using a tartaric gem of common or better. And it is going to use 100, but it needs 400 will in it. What the hell am I talking about, you're asking? Because what are these tartaric gems? What's will? What's all this stuff? So you recall we got these, use these, where are we? Snare. We use those to get these little demonic wills. What we really need to do is capture them in a more efficient manner, and the way to capture them in a more efficient manner is to have a tartaric gem. So you start off with a petty. A petty is done in a hellfire forge with a bit of gold, redstone, lapis and dye, and it uses 1 will out of a soul. So let's get that one going, because we need to make a tartaric gem first. Let's have a what were we doing again? I've forgotten already. Redstone and lapis and gold. Redstone, lapis, and a bit of glass. Perfect. And that goes in there. That has got a demonic will in it, so that should be fine. That will do. It will drain 1 off of that, which is a pretty crap demonic will in the first place, but that's fine. We've got the tartaric gem. To fill that, we also need to kill things using a sword rather than... Oh, you're giving me more candy. Thank you very much. Using a sentient sword. Now, a sentient sword you make in a hellfire forge with a tartaric gem and an iron sword and some demonic will, and it's just basically any. So, but we're going to need to make another tartaric gem. So we might as well go in here. What did I want again? Redstone, gold, lapis, and glass. And do right. That hasn't got enough oomph, so we are going to have to come down into wherever I stash these. What have you got there? 3.27. That will do us. Boop, boop. Boom. Bang, 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 bang. Make me another one of those. And then we need an iron sword. Have I got an intact iron sword? I have. Excellent. And we're going to take that, and it will use none of the demonic will there, but it will make us this. So that, coupled with that, equals win. Now, if we head over this way, we might be lucky. I think we probably left it too late, however. Let me just come over to the little spawner-rater. See if we've got anybody. Any customers? No. So, it occurs to me that clearly we have got a very simple system here. We can come in here and, you know, bang, 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 kill the mobs, and we'll fill that up. It's not the most efficient, but because obviously it's fairly inefficient as this thing's now. You didn't give me anything, did you? Interesting. Right, so we know not to bother killing them again. Anybody about? Hello? Why is it so dark on this? Hang on, options, video settings, bright. Does that, or is it just me? Oh, maybe it's just me. I heard you. Oh, I think I must have clipped something. And what do we get there? 1. So we got a little bit of will from that. I must have hit something. Some video setting. What have I hit here? Alright, let me sort this out, because whether it's my monitor that's doing something, I don't know. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Much better. Still. I don't know what happened there. That was definitely something screwy going on. But anyway, so basically I need to kill hostile mobs with this, and that is, you know, easier said than done when they're not about. So we'll probably, oh, and of course, you know, we've got some hostile mobs in this that are just overly hostile. We don't want to play with them at all. Rocket creepers spring to mind, but we will get the wills, we'll collect those, and they will power our system, and the world will be good and happy. But we need to wait for night time for that, so yeah, back in a bit. Alternatively, we just go and use the darkness stone we've got set up on the astral sorcery thing, and we'll get a little more. Now, as you get more will on these, it does collect more, so yeah, it's you can see that's now at 7.68, so it's not a flat rate, which is useful to know. This is going to take a while, but I'm going to fill this up. I can't remember how far these go. It's something like about 80 or so. It's not huge. And I'll be back in a sec. So I decided to come out and just get the souls. It's easy, but that is not a sight you want to see. There's a charged rocket creeper. Come on then. Run. That would have been nasty. However, yeah, you'll notice I'm getting hit by arrows because I'm using a sword, which of course negates my monk mod abilities, or at least some of them. If I was wearing armour, then I won't be able to fly. These guys have been an absolute godsend, because there's just so many of them. it's like one mob in. Oh, come here, you little swines! Problem is, there's so many of them. And now they're going to cry because they're. Ah, I killed their mummy. Yeah, so these are pretty handy for filling up the old coffers. What do I not want there? Spider's eyes probably. The soul is probably more useful going down the line. Let's see if we can't find any other Enderman there, which I'm not going to go and annoy. You can see I did a bit of scrapping up here. Almost full, 52. Need a little bit more though, a little bit more. Anybody for anybody out here wanting to die. So yeah, that's basically it. It takes a little bit of effort. You run around, you kill a few things, and you get your mobs. Nobody in there. Okay, so what can we do with that now? With that particular, we've got enough there, I think, to possibly move to the next reagent that we want. So let me go and just sort myself out. Back in a sec. Okay, so we've got this full, or almost full. However, we need 2 of these because you can't make the binding reagent with a petitotaric gem. You need to make it with a... Where are you? Nope. A lesser totaric gem, and that can be used to make frost reagent and holding and other bits and pieces, but still not, I don't think, the binding reagent. Nope, we've got more. Mining reagent. You need to make a, I'll find myself eventually, common totaric gem, which will then allow you to make, somewhere along the line. No, that's not, that's mining. Where are you? The common is to make a binding reagent, and it's there. And it has to have 400 will on it. So we're going to need to make this into that, which we can analyze with diamond, block of redstone, block of lapis. Fortunately, we're not poor. And we are almost certainly going to need to use that as the catalyst. No? Hang on. What am I missing, or have I done something wrong? Minimum 6... Oh, you're joking. Okay. Right, I need another night, and then I can kill some more things. It's oh, just coming on night time actually, so that's handy. Let me get myself out into the open when we shall kill some things. Back in a moment. All right, got the goods. So we can pop you in there. That's got 64 on it, and this process should use a little, if none, 20 of it. That creates me a lesser totaric gem. Now we can go and get 64 on that to change that into a lesser. So that's kind of the way I kind of run of this. Now that's got 1.27 on it. So yeah, it's a little bit tedious. Keep giving me that candy cane, don't they? And it has its, I mean, there are plenty of issues with this. Oh crap! Don't want you anywhere near me, mate. The spiders will probably survive till the morning though, so we'll run in here and we'll try. Oh, you picked up that. Well done, sir. So that will have got me up a little bit. So we need to get 60 on that to convert the other one over, and then yeah, that's pretty much what we. And then that will allow us to get to a common, which we then need to get 400 on. Which is all good. Come here then. Mind if I do. Oh. Right, I've got wither. What was that? So slowly getting up there. And yeah, well, again, be back in a little while. Okay, so at this stage I've managed to get 2 lesser tartarics, and I need to get this to a common, which requires me to have 240 wool, and will drain 50 to take that up to a common, which I will then need to put 400 in. Yeah, it's an exercise in mathematics, it really is. However, let us not be put off by this. But there is one thing, something that kind of occurred to me here. I don't want to use that. I don't. Have I got disenchant? I can't remember. I have. So that would make sense to disenchant that first, wouldn't it? Have I made a disenchantment table? I honestly can't remember. So I'm thinking what would be nice would be to have, yeah, we could do with a disenchanting table, couldn't we? Up here maybe. In fact, maybe, seeing as that was so rubbish, we'll take that out of there, and I don't know, get rid of that for now. Let's see about making a disenchanting table and getting that up and running so we can pull some stuff out, because we've got, for example, frost, water, fire protection. Don't really need it. Protection 5, these might be interesting. Not worried about those. That's unbreaking. Unbreaking will be useful on one of these if we can enchant it. Mending would be very useful on one of those, because they are going through stuff pretty fast. So we are going to go with, I'm not bothered about automatic, but let us go in, and we need to make an enchantment table, of course. That's our first point of call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2 diamonds and a bookie book, which I should have brought down with me. Let me just check, is another bookie book? No. So if we take 3 emeralds, and do I have any yellow dye? It's always stupid things that catch you out, isn't it? Like yellow dye. There we go. Fortunately, we did manage to get away with that one. Shoo, let's go up. We should have some bookie books. I'll come back down for the enchanted items in a moment. Up here, a couple of bookie books. If you're wondering why I'm saying bookie books, by the way, it's not a couple, it's one, isn't it? One of those. And that to get me one of those. That will go there. We stick a book in there. Oh, it comes back out again. All right, not a problem. Hup. And let me grab. I mean, that will probably repair itself if I put mending on it, won't it? Especially mending and unbreaking. Now the other question is, I've got looting 2, but well, would have liked sharpness, which I don't appear to have on anything worthwhile or worth speaking of. That's fine. We can't be too greedy. I would like sharpness on it, so what we'll probably do is grab that with that, And we're going to take that off. And I'm not really bothered about Bane of Arthropods. And have I got sharpness? I've got sharpness 3. Feather falling 4, which is useless on someone who doesn't use armour. However, let's not be disillusioned by these things. I wanted mending. And I wanted breaking. And I want that. Right, we'll take that out. We'll put protection away. We'll put that away. We'll grab those. And we shall... Curse of Vanishing. Oh, you can just go... bye-bye. No. Bye-bye. Right. Right. So, take that and that. That'll give us just a normal sword for later. And we've got looting, unbreaking and mending. Do I want looting on it? It's really not that. I suppose it possibly gives me some of their weapons, doesn't it? Which may or may not be beneficial. God, difficult choices sometimes. But what we can do is get rid of that as well and just tidy ourselves up a little bit. Right, let's enchant this sword or this dinghy and then get some. I've got loads of levels, that's not a problem. So first things first, let's see. Shadow of Death. Ooh, I don't know what that does, but I want to find out. Shadow of Death. Oh, we should look at that. Deals for non-spider and non-undead mobs. Yeah. In which case, no, I don't want that. Right, I need to enchant something now. Can't enchant you. There's no point in enchanting you. I can enchant. I should be able to. No, no, I can't enchant that. Right, I need to go and get something to enchant. Be back in a mo. Just need to clear that Shadow of Death from the sword. All right. Yeah, that really didn't work. I managed to break the old sacrificial dagger. I've just made another one quickly, and let's see. Smite. Ooh. Take it. Smite 5. Because of course I'm killing undead. That works for me. Let's go with unbreaking and mending. Looting? No, I am not going to bother with looting. Yeah, I enchanted it. I got knockback and Shadow of Death. Then I got Fire Aspect. It was not a happy set of scenarios. But yeah, there's stuff, and hopefully this will work better. Should require less hits from me to kill them. And oh, it's night time as well. Perfect. And it should repair itself. Oh, hello. 2 hits. And yeah, so we got 109 on there. We need to get 240. Be back in a bit. Alright, so in addition to getting another Portal Sealed book, Portal Sealed page I should say, which means we can now craft that with that. That should give us a new page. Nightshade was thing, polytomes. Warded, so I can't even. This uncarved comes with energy, blah blah blah. Okay, we're still really not much the wiser. You're supposed to. Well, I don't know. We'll come back to that in a moment. Yeah. Full crystal. Now, there is a problem here. We need one more thing. We need a reinforced slate. To do that, we are going to need to prick ourselves a little bit. And, yeah. We need to make, if we go through slate, we're going to go through slate to reinforced to it. I think it was imbued, wasn't it? Let me just check. Use of that is imbued, the third one. Yeah. So we need 5,000 plus 2,000, so we need 8,000 life. I'm going to basically have to stab myself with the finger a lot and cook that slate until it gets to the... have I got a piece of stone? I have one. It probably is... Let me have a look. Have I got my rune? I have. Oh no, there's nothing in there. So that's the next thing I need to do. And yeah, I shall be back again once we've got that slate. Alright, it's brimming over with life. It's got exactly 10,000 in it, look. So if I put that in, that should go down. That's the first 1,000. Then this will be 2,000, so it should take no time at all to go down. Bang, yep. And then the final stage is 5,000 life points, which will take no time at all. And that is an imbued slate. Hopefully I don't need to make too many of those in the first instance. We will need to make 1, 2, 3, 7, 14, 28 more runes, however. So that's a thing that's going to be. But that's going to get us up to having a common tartaric gem. I don't know, is there a way to transfer? No, there doesn't appear to be, which is a shame. Anyway, that needs to go up to 400. We've got the means to do that. So that is our next trick. However, I'm going to grab a couple more gold. What do we need for that? Furnace and smooth stone, I think it was. Furnace, that, gold, and smooth stone. And there's a reason for this. I'm going to take, well, that's all the smooth stone we've got here. But if we run over to the nether, spin round a little bit, jump in here, grab a couple of stacks actually, go back to the overworld. And one other thing we wanted was the Dagger of Sacrifice. That one. And that is 3,000 life points in a tier 2 altar with a iron sword. And I don't think I have an iron sword anymore. So, easy fixed. Grab a bit of that. I've got a stick anywhere. Anywhere? Anybody got a stick there? Perfect. We'll pop that in there, and we'll grab you, and we'll just go over here very quickly. Just check. So we should have 2,000. We have. So add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes us to 3,000, and we can use that in a blood altar with 3,000 life points to make the relevant device. And give it a moment. Suppose if I kept that on, we would have been able to see better what was going on there. That's cooking. It's taking a while. But once it's done, we will have a dagger of sacrifice. And it occurred to me that while we're using that spawner, and it's I admit it's not the best spawner in the world. You know, it's it's slow, it's clunky, we really ideally could do with. Oh, I got a troll, by the way, in here. He made a mess, but we'll fix that at some point. But it occurred to. Oh, hello. How are you, sir? Dead. That's how you are. Right. It occurred to me that if we take this out. Oh, we've got lag. Right, now it decides to place it sensible. And then we place you here. Now I can use this as well as that. So that will allow me to use this spawner to generate blood for making slates. Just bog standard slates, which we'll then use for the thing. I'm just going to head over and set it to night. I should probably get another one of these over there, but there are different ways of doing this. I mean, you can... There is a ritual, for example, that will do it. So, you know, it's not necessarily the only way of doing it like this, but we shall come in like that. And, oh, miss our mark. But give this a little while and we should see this up to 400 in no time at all, and hopefully a whole bunch of slates, which will be 28, 40, 56. If I basically do one stack of these, we'll be fine. And that will get us towards the tier 3 altar which we need, but right now we need to wait for night to come on properly, so I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I have a common Tataric gem with 582 will on it, which means that if I combine those 3 items and that, it should consume 50 or 10 and make me a binding agent. I'm going to take you out of there and pop you back for now. We need a diamond sword. I have a very itchy nose. I don't think we have a diamond sword, so I think we're going to have to make one. And there we go. And somewhere abouts I've put my arcane ashes. Now I'm going to do this one outside, and the reason for that is because I don't think it'll actually make any difference, but as I recall, some of these rituals are quite large and quite explosive, so doing it in a room with wood and everything above you, probably not the best idea. And there we go. Now the other thing we're going to need for this, because this runs on blood power. Now there's currently 200 in my bank and nothing in the altar. Didn't really get much from doing it over there. It's not the most efficient way, and I know it's not. It's just trying to come up with ways other than stabbing myself in the finger, which you know, are not necessarily the best things. But we'll go with what we got. And then we need to pop you in there, and that will show that my own essence levels are rising. And that is going down. I'll end up with probably 2,000 or 3,000. It's not a huge amount, but it will do for what we need this for in the first instance anyway. That is going down. We're going up nicely. Yes. And that will hit 0. And eventually we stop. Okay. Might as well leave that there for now, actually. So, if we go and now get... Let's set it back to night time. That's probably the easiest way to find something to kill. And darkness is coming. The geese are getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. Yeah, let's go. We'll use the spawner just because I've been using that one up there as well. That's my alternative system. This one is the reasonably safe spawner. Now there's a little bit of blood in there, but there's not a huge amount. Now, if we go and have a look at my... Did that use much? I got some blood out of it, which is... or a weak blood shard anyway. I'll have to wait. And... going down slowly. Well, that's fine. So I'll just wait for... we only need one in this instance because I only need it for those. But we will need it a lot of other things as well. Incidentally, graves also work as spawners. Hello. Oh, hi. Dead. So, yeah, you can... potentially you could make a graveyard spawner perhaps, and there is some other tricks we can use as well, which we'll be looking at a later time. But right now we have got this, we've got that, those and those make me those. That gives me the necessaries to put the 4 pillars up on this side, but we still need to do these. Yeah, and I'm aware of the time, so I think on that note we are going to maybe get this, if I can get, let me try that screenshot there, and an F2, and there we go. So on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. As ever, it's been a pleasure, and until next time, bye for now.